Well, good morning. Good morning. It's Wednesday. Straight up 8 o'clock on the east side, east coast, wherever I be. I want you to think about somebody who impresses you. Somebody who impresses you. Because I guarantee they have one of two things, and you can have access to both. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and say hashtag replay. How many times do you look at somebody and you're like, I couldn't have that. I couldn't obtain that. I couldn't be that, right? First of all, that's a lie. Anything that anybody has done or achieved, you can do too. It's just that they've done it and you can take their example and be like, I want that. I'm going to go after that and, go grab it. But I'm telling you, those who you are impressed over, those who you look at and you are impressed, they have one of two things. You ready for this? One, they have discipline. They have habits. Why? Habits produce results. Habits mean that you do something over and over, or several things over and over, and what happens is you cannot stop what is produced. Because if you are constantly doing something over and over and over, that's a habit, and habits produce results. Good morning, Amy. How are you? So one of two things. They either have discipline, which is called habits, or they're anointed. And you can have access to both. Do you hear me? Like, you first and foremost need to know the one who created you. Because he loves you, he's pursuing you, and oh, by the way, you're mere dust and you need him. And so you can ask him to anoint you. You can ask that his favor rest upon you. You can ask, and where do you ask that? In the quiet place. And what are you doing in the quiet place? You're seeking his face. You're seeking after his heart. You are telling him once again, I am desperate for you, King Jesus. I am nothing without you. Will you anoint me? Will you shine your face on me this morning? Right? Because see, the world can have the first thing. And you and I should too, by the way. Discipline. There are many in the world who have discipline. There are many, I shouldn't say many actually. Do you know it's probably the top 5 to 10% that might have good habits, might have discipline that they activate. Could you imagine if we actually just kind of put our flesh in order and decided, I'm going to go ahead and create me a good habit. Now, don't sit there and slap yourself. If you know Amber, this ain't no shame and condemnation, okay? This is about rising up, rising above, step on up, because we got great things to do, all right? And you and I shouldn't aim to be impressive because we've got a world to impress, okay? No. We should want to be impressive because it's just a way of saying the world is taking notice. And if the world is taking notice, that means that they want something you have. And when they come to you for that thing, what is that? The anointing, the relationship, the God of whom you know, who has created you, who is after your heart, pursuing a relationship with you. And we, oh my God, we just pause? All we have to do is say yes. Friends, this is not hard. This is such a good exchange. This is the great exchange. He is everything. We are nothing. We don't have anything to offer. He has everything to offer. And all we have to say is yes, yes. And so while the world a small portion of the world may be disciplined and have habits, and habits create results, and results from good habits are impressive, okay? But you, my friend, can have both. You can have discipline. You can create habits that produce results. You can be crazy impressive, whether you want to be impressive or not. And I'd say, you actually should want to be. I've already talked about that. But again, I think far too many of us live mediocre for one of two reasons. We've got limiting beliefs, meaning you haven't grasped his heart for you. You don't see you the way he sees you. And you've been lied to, where the world's just like, just go ahead and just dull that shine. Like, don't show off. Don't be arrogant. Don't be cocky. Okay. But guess what? I'm a daughter of the king. I can't help but act like royalty. Why have we bought into a lie that we need to just kind of, cower and shower? And I'm not saying, listen, if you're shy, I'm not shy. I'm an introvert, but I'm not shy. If you're shy, I'm not saying go be somebody you're not. Be exactly who he created you to be. But my friend who is shy, you should be glowing with radiance. You should be shining with the king's presence all over you. Because far too long have we bought into the thing of, I just have to live a mediocre life so that, I'm not boasting. Boast in him. Boast in him. He is good. He has given you everything. He has opened doors of blessings, opportunity, favor. He has gifted you with relationships that have propelled you in this life. He has blessed you with gifts, talents, strengths. Do you see how we can keep a heart posture where we may be impressive? Okay, we may be impressive, but he is the one who has allowed for us to appear as anything. Okay, anything. Because he is the one who can grant you wisdom and discernment of which habits to create and stick with. He is the one who prods you, right, gently and says, discipline, my daughter. Discipline, my son. And then, oh, by the way, one of two things. If you've been here from the start, if you haven't, go ahead, watch the replay. Second, he is the one who anoints you. He is the one who absolutely just pours his oil on you, pours his oil into you, pours himself, wraps his wraparound presence. He. You want to be impressive? All right. Get some habits. Get some habits and execute some discipline, because that produces results. But most importantly, ask that he anoint you today. And when you get up tomorrow, ask that he anoint you today. And when you get up on Friday, ask that he anoints you today.